Thank you for joining me. I am your hostess, the Oracle of Apollo, Dominique Rivera. And tonight you're watching Divine Encounters. I will be sharing with you all a supernatural story time. I have just come back from Greece and I have all the receipts. So make sure you guys stay tuned because I'm spilling the tea, I'm printing the press, I'm showing the receipts. I got a supernatural story time and then some to share with you all. So thank you so much for being here. So let's get on with the show. Why don't we? Oh, Bill, before we jump in, make sure you like and subscribe. I'm live streaming every single Wednesday and Sunday night. Wednesday at 6 p.m. and Sunday at 7 p.m. Let's do it.
It's paradise inside of our hearts, and it feels so nice to pray in the dark. Beings of light, see who you are. 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 See who you are.
Welcome to Divine Encounters. It's Wednesday night. I'm your hostess, Dominique Rivera, the Oracle of Apollo. Thank you, everybody, so much for being here. My hair is looking kind of crazy right now. But make sure you brought your high quality H2O. This is not a passive viewing experience, but one where I invite a dialogue, a conversation. I will be sharing with you on my supernatural story time today, as well as we're going to be doing the angel number for today. We're not going to be doing our typical reading for today and our mindfulness moment because I want to use our time efficiently because I have so much to share with you. I see you guys there in the comment section. Hola, hola, beautiful. Happy full moon, everybody. Dathina. Today, Greece is a Christian. Oh, wait. I'm out of order. I'm out of order. Hold on. There's more than one. Hold on. Okay, good night. Oracle, just watch your Pythia manifestation incorporation experience in Athens airport about those sharp feelings in your body. I had it in my feet in Catholic show. Inquisition fire. Ooh. Today in Greece, a Christian theocracy like that in the Catholic event I was a Christian theocratic land. I felt like hundreds of small, sharp feelings in my feet. I think may have fire hats created those knife feelings. I also had a mystical and supernatural experience in Greece, in Athens, and Delphi in 2013. I would love to hear all about that because if you have a supernatural experience and you want to come on the show and share it, make sure you email me here. Divine Encounters at e360tvlive.com. That way we can bring you on and share the story because I'm always here to express and share. All right. Let's jump into the angel number because right after that, we're going to be jumping right into my story time. And the person that is commenting here, I actually posted today on my YouTube channel a 10-minute long video of basically when Pythia is incorporating into my body fully for the first time while I'm out of trance. While I'm out of trance. She has been there many, many times in trance. But what happened broke me. And my very first few days in Athens was extremely difficult. And so I'm going to show you guys a video of basically what happens when dual consciousness are inhabiting the same body at the same time. I don't want to call it a parasite because that's not the word, but if you could imagine something latching on and taking control. So that was very interesting. We're going to be talking about that. So let's jump into the angel number first. And today's angel number is the angel number 466. And we're going to take a look at that here in just 1 second. So angel number 466. And to that I say, what's good? All right, angel number 466. We have the attributes of the number 4, and we have the double sixes. Anytime there's a double 6, it's definitely an indicator of change in tarot. So we're going to talk about how the number 4 resonates with truth and integrity, practicality, working steadily towards achieving goals and aspirations, system and order. If you think of a table, it has 4 legs to keep it stabilized. Self-initiation, building solid foundations and enthusiasm coupled with determination. Number 4 also relates to the energies of the archangels. Number 6 lends its attributes of stability and grace acquisition, healing, love, home and family, protection, care and nurturing, solution finding and problem solving, reliability and responsibility. And the number 6 also relates to the material aspect of life. So the angel number 466 is a message from your angels that your prayers regarding your home and family life, as well as your monetary situation, have been heard by the angelic and spiritual realms. Trust that you're being answered and your wants and needs will be met. Have faith that the angels are working behind the scenes to ensure that you have all that you need to sustain and maintain you in your life. Beautiful. Release your fears and anxiety so that the angels can assist you with attaining and providing for your material needs. All you need to do is relax and ask for the angelic help and guidance. Listen to the guidance from your angels and your intuitive messages and take positive action in the direction of your soul mission. Give any fears or concerns about lack to the angels and continue on your path with passion and purpose. Angel number 466 can indicate that all is well in your home and family sector and is a reminder to share love, light, and laughter with others. Take time away from the hustle and bustle of life to relax. Rejuvenate and reconnect with yourself and those close. Dedicate some extra effort towards your home and family life. And think of ways to bring more love, light, and brightness into your environment. This will encourage positive energies that will have a loving effect upon us all who enter your home. Wow. So, what is your takeaway from that, ladies and gents, and you seekers out there? What is your takeaway from that message from the angels, from the number 466? To me, I felt this was a very strong message, and the word acquisition really stood out to me because I don't want to be an acquisitionist. I want to be a collector. I want to be able to appreciate rarities and fragilities and be able to hold them gently. So, this was a word that really stood out for me today. And shout out to everybody out there. Welcome, welcome. We're going to be jumping into my supernatural story time here on Divine Encounters. I normally have a guest. Today, there will not be a guest because I have so much to share with you all. And this will be a multi-part installation because this was a several months trip and a lot has happened. And I have receipts for so many things. I normally go on these trips and I don't film anything, but this time it was different. So grab the water, grab the food, grab whatever it is, because we're about to get into the nitty gritty, into the weeds, into the divine, in the supernatural story time. Let's go. All right, wonderful. So exciting here. So I want to first start off by saying why I go on these trips. A lot of you who are watching may not know what I do, I am an integrated energy therapy master instructor. Okay. Okay, there's one of the videos that are not loading because the file's too large for StreamYard. So I will be loading that as soon as I am off here to show y'all. Actually, where's my phone? Because I don't want to at least show you that it exists, because that's not going to be fair to the episode. I actually took quite a bit of time to accumulate all the videos and load them into my computer. And then at the last moment, my computer decided to reject everything I posted for you all. And I said, wow, what a very interesting situation to have happened. So I tried to re upload everything, but now it's not loading the one army video that I wanted to post. And I'm calling it an army, and I'll explain that to you in just a moment. Okay. So this trip was a multi country trip, but I did start this trip. Hi, Nelsida. I did start this trip in the US in May. So I have actually been traveling since May, and I had a 3 week break here and then another 2 week break later on. But I have been traveling since May, and I just came back home last weekend. So this is my first week home, and I have been super jet lagged. I've slept a bunch. My body is not fully back, and it's been a very difficult coming back into this time frame, because I was 7 hours ahead. Okay, great, I found it. I just want to keep it on pause because this is a very important part of our story today, and I want to make sure that you guys have it. Wait, that's not the right video. Doggone it. Doggone it. Okay, hold on.
Your Google Home isn't set up yet. To get started, download the Google Home app on a phone or tablet.
Wow, found it. Okay, cool. Great. It's going to be right there ready for us. Now it is in queue. So let's start off with, hi, Vex. Thanks for being here. So let me just tell you guys, this is going to be about Greece only. I did Paris, Switzerland, Germany, Greece, Spain, and Romania. But today's story, this is why we need multiple parts, is going to be Romania. I mean, Greece. I apologize. Okay. So you guys know I have my memories as a past life Oracle of Apollo, a Pythia, High Priestess, Delphic Bee, the Pythoness, the speaker for Letos. These are all the same thing. The Sibyl of Delphi came previous to the Pythia. The Pythia was for 1,000 years. So for 1,000 years, the Pythia, who was the spoken voice for the gods, reigned for 1,000 years, okay, in Delphi. Now that we have that. So I'm just one of 1,000 lifetimes of worth of Pythias. However, I know I did serve multiple lifetimes as a Pythia. So with that being said, my journey to Greece, I feel, was something that I took as an opportunity, because usually I go to places that I'm called, and I was called to Romania. But I took this as an opportunity because it was available to me and it was there. So I was like, I have to go to this place. So I book a ticket, and this is how this trip starts. I book a ticket. I think it's booked. I am getting my nails done at the pedicure place before I go to Greece, and my flight is leaving in 3 hours. And I'm like running late. The woman's running behind. I didn't speak Portuguese. I didn't speak Romanian to book a session with her. So I was a walk-in. And anyways, so I'm thinking I'm about to just look at my flight, and I'm about to check in because it's already a few hours before the flight. So what happens? So I go to check in on my flight, and it's not there. Why is my flight not there? This is the beginning of this journey. So when I look, my card had rejected purchasing the ticket for the flight for that evening because my bank was protecting my bank account. So I'm rushing, and I'm like, oh my God, does that mean for me not to go? No, I did not take that as that. I took that as something is trying to stop you from upgrading, growing. So what did I do? I jumped on the phone and I looked for the airline to see if I could get another flight. And lo and behold, there was one ticket left on this flight. I'm going to try to fix the angle of this computer in the near future and all this stuff. Okay. Because I hate this angle. So I'm sitting here and I'm booking that single flight and it goes through. So now my flight is in 55 minutes. 55 minutes from the time I had thought it was going to be. So that's fine. That means I still had an hour and like 20 minutes to get to the airport. I'm like 25 minutes away from my hotel, my friend's house who I was staying at, and then I'm another like 30 minutes away from the actual airport. So I'm like, you know what? It's okay. I'm gonna make it. This is my logic. I have to get through TSA, right? Or whatever, and through customs because we're going from one country to another, and I'm gonna get there. So I go, they stop me because there was something in my bag that they couldn't figure out what it was. And I'm like, Jesus, 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 please hurry up. So I'm being stopped now. And then the line for the passport is so long, but everything just moved. Everything moved, everything moved, everything moved. And I got on my flight 15 minutes before they actually closed the gate or something like that. And it was epic. I got on there exactly on time. It was fine. So now here's where things start to shift. I'm on the plane and I start invoking Pythia. I'm inviting her up now. And the way I do this is I actually, if like her name is spoken at me 3 times, like the Beetlejuice thing, it brings her up. It brings her up. And if you're witnessing me in that moment, my eyes change, my pupils dilate. Anyways, I don't allow this, so please don't ever do this to me. I find it super disrespectful to invoke beings through me without my permission or consent. Not okay. So anyways, only using this for ritual consecrated trance events only. So anyways, so I get on the airplane and I'm calling her in and I'm inviting her. I'm explaining to her, I'm like, we're about to go to your homeland. Please be with me. I'm giving you permission to come forward to have this experience with me. If there's any knowledge you want to impart on me or any direction you need to give me, give it to me. So, in that moment in my mind, all of a sudden I felt super celebrity status. Like, I mean, like I just felt it. I don't know how to explain to you, but I felt like a famous person sitting in an airplane. So I felt celebrity status. And in that exact moment, and I mean like in the beat of my heart moment, I hear a man speaking another language. I could guess it was maybe like Middle Eastern or something. Because he said Habibi. I mean, but that he really could have been Lebanese. He could have been really from anywhere with Habibi. So, and I just look at him and I'm just like, I have no idea like what you're saying, you know? And there's a kid with him. So the kid is talking to him and they're back and forth for maybe like 30 minutes. Arabic, thank you. Maybe they're like 30 minutes like back and forth from the plane. I'm hearing them talk and I kept hearing like she speaks English, like or she's like American or she only speaks English or something like that. And I heard it a few times. So I'm understanding that they're speaking of me. Okay. So at some point, he just grabs his phone. Okay. So I'm like this aisle and he's one aisle back, but across from me. So if I turn like this, we're locking eyes, right? So he just grabs his phone and you're me, right? You're me right now. He grabs his phone from that aisle, goes to me like this, and snaps my photo. And I'm just kind of looking at him like, what is that about? But I'm thinking, this was my thought. I'm thinking this was because I'm getting touched by angels now. This was because the demographic of the child, it was young enough to be a viewer of Stranded on Snapchat, because I'm a medium on that reality show on Snapchat, right? So Stranded. And I'm thinking that maybe the kid saw that because those are the ages that have Snapchat. All right, so that's the first thing, and I'm like, that was very interesting. That moment, that celebrity status came in, I got paparazzied, so that was cool. So now we're gonna have to figure out how to show you this clip that I have, the receipts of when. Okay, so I'm in the airplane. I don't want to skip. I'm in the airplane, and we're landing. And as soon as we're landing, and the plane touches down on the earth, my face turns and I hear Pythia say, "I'm home." Oof, that gives me, I could feel emotion from that. I'm home. The people are coming off of the plane now. There's a door that opens in the front and an open in the back. There's 2 exits to the tarmac. And as they're coming out, I'm one of the last people to leave because I'm in the dead center of the plane and they were going from the sides, which was interesting. So I'm finally about to come out and walk down to the tarmac of the airport to go walk to a bus that's over there that's going to take us to a gate. But as soon as I walk over to the door and I'm in the entry, I feel so much energy as I'm sharing this story with you guys. As the door opens and I'm standing in just the door, it's pitch black outside because it's nighttime, it's late in the night, it's past 1 in the morning. And I'm speechless. But not only am I speechless, I am thoughtless and my body is empty. It is like my whole entire being became speechless. And hello, Harleen. And as I'm feeling that speechlessness, my hands and my body starts to shake. Like I'm shaking now. And I'm walking so ever slowly, looking at the horizon through the pitch black and just seeing mountains in the distance. But as I'm making my way for my feet to touch the actual earth, I am fighting immensely tears from myself, from my inner core being. I am fighting the most amount of tears. So I start walking over and I am freaking out. Like I am about to have a mental breakdown. I can feel Pythia's eyes looking out of my eyes. And as she's looking around, revisiting the trauma of everything that she loved now being dead. Can you imagine that? Everything she's ever loved, everything she ever known has gone out of existence and everything is gone dead far beyond time. And she's having an experience in my body of being here in this moment. So I get on the bus closes the doors, and I'm so trying to keep my stuff together. Okay. I'm really trying to keep my stuff together. I'm holding onto the railing and I'm just taking these slow, deep breaths. And I can feel as if you put 2 heads together and then you guys could just talk to each other really closely like this. This is what this experience was like. I could only imagine that this is maybe what a Siamese twin would feel. Somebody who's conjoined or something that has the ability to hear the other person's thoughts. I don't know how that works, but this is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing a narration and a dialogue and a concern and a trauma and an experience and a beginning all at the same time. All at the same time. Okay. So now we're on the bus, we go to the gate, and we're about to, my phone is dying. My phone is dying. I don't even have a way to call an Uber. There was no plug on this plane or at the last airport that I was in. And so I'm like looking for an outlet. So this is me looking for an outlet. I'm going to see. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Okay. I'm trying to click share on mode and not cancel. I'm trying to see if I can share the screen. Share screen. And here we are. I'm wondering if you guys can see this. Yes, you can. Okay. So this is me immediately plugging in to the wall. Now, mind you, before I show you this clip, I want to say something. While I was walking to go through the passport people, what are they called? The police, these police. My fingers, while I was walking, touched my hands. And when they touched my hands, I was like, whoa, those are soft hands. It was like I was touching my own hands for the very first time. And as I was walking, anyone that has ever met me in real time knows that I have a very specific walk. I've always been told about this walk since I was a young woman, young girl, teenager. It's like a saunter. My walk is like a saunter. When I started to walk off the plane, it was like I was like a robot. I was trying to figure out how to move my arms in accordance with the way my legs were moving. And I was trying to figure out how to walk. Like I even had a few steps where I was wiggly, like a baby when they're first learning how to walk, where I couldn't catch like a footing. And I was just like, whoa, I was learning how to walk. Okay. When I got to the TSA people, passport people, the back of my hand brushed against the blue rope that they had to funnel people through the line. And when I touched it, she recognized that it was a fabric that she had never felt before. That it was so unusual that it stood out and it made me feel across while I was going through. She was also very highly upset that I was not dressed up to go in through the airport, which I admit I was not. I normally am, but I was not. So because I am an alter, I'm a human alter, she felt a little bit offended that I was not dressed up. Okay. Then we get to the baggage claim. And it was this whole gracia, this whole funny joy moment. It was so unusual to witness people standing at a carousel looking for their bags. She viewed it as animals looking into a watering hole. So when she was looking at the people waiting for their luggage to come out of the belts, she perceived that as the same thing as when animals look at the watering hole. And when I saw that reference, I never thought of this before. And I've been on, I don't know, I can't even tell you how many airports I've been to. I laughed so hard. And I was like, yeah, I guess it does look strange. Everybody's just down looking at their bag at the carousel while the luggage is coming out, just waiting. And it looked very like a robot dancing choreographic. It wasn't even like a dance. It was literally like, how do I move my arms? What are these? It was like that. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this clip. I'm going to make this big for you guys. Volume up. This is my first experience of seeing myself. This is literally coming into the airport, finding the first plug I could find so that way I could get an Uber to my hostel.
I've just landed in Athens.
I'm panicking. I don't recognize myself.
I don't look like me.
I'm holding back tears here.
My eyes don't look like my eyes. It's freaking me out.
I love it. When you shoot that lightning caper in me, goddess, it really gets me going.
I do look good.
I love it. When you shoot that lightning caper in me, goddess, it really gets me going.
And as we watch
I'm on the
these,
plane
you'll notice my face
in
changes
about
in
an
every
hour,
country.
40 plus minutes in. I start to feel the
Okay, so sorry about that. Some reason everything shut off. The whole system shut off. I can't log into StreamYard from my phone. I mean from my computer. So let's see. I'm telling you, this story does not want to be shared. Hold on. We're looking for a workaround here. Send me some good energy. We're looking for a workaround. Here we go. I'm looking. Trying to fix things live. You guys are being champions right now. I'm moving as fast as I can. Okay, let's go in here. All right. So let's see. Which is so funny and crazy because I had just saved this. I had just saved. I'm trying to get the stream key. It's like disappeared on me for some reason. I got it. I got it. We're back. We are back. Okay, let's do it. I'm telling you. Hold on. I'm telling you. Let's go. Here we
Pulled
go.
out his phone, like in the aisle, aims it at my face, and just snaps a photo of me while I'm looking at him. I have no fucking clue what that was. No clue. But this was right after I started to see Pythia come in, and I felt her celebrity status. Um, and then I started to see her call back power. I started to see her standing and calling back power from animals and people and places and souls and benevolent beings. I mean, as I say that, I'm having a lot of pain in my heart, calling back to her. And then all I could hear was this. It was like a thought that wasn't my thought. This body would touch the land. This body would touch the land. And when we were landing, the window was open. The window was open, and the plane touched the earth. And as soon as I looked out the window, I heard a thought that was not mine. Now I heard home. I'm home. So I'm standing up off, not even on a top. As soon as I walked out the plane, and I saw the mountains, the silhouette of the mountains, and everything is dark outside. I just, I couldn't move. I froze. I froze in the door of the plane, looking outside. And I was like speechless. I can't even see anything, but I was speechless. I was thoughtless. There was a silence so loud inside of me. It wasn't even a thought. It was, the word is speechless doesn't even encompass it. I never walked out of a plane so slowly. I just started to feel her set of eyes in my eyes. And I got onto the little bus on the tarmac. And with every ounce of being, I'm just trying to not like bawl. Like there's tears that I can't stop running down my face. And then it felt like this. This is what I am now. I'm in this body. This. Like in American Gods, when the gods don't know who they are and they need to be woken up. And they have that moment of, this is what I've become. And I felt it in every part of my body. Like I've been wearing somebody else's clothes. Like if you were wearing somebody else's wardrobe that they picked out for you your whole life. I get off the bus. I'm still in the airport. I haven't even left baggage claim yet. I get off the bus. I have a very me. I have a very specific walk. Ever since I was younger, I've always been told about this walk. And as soon as I get off the bus and I start to walk, it was like I was learning to walk for the first time. My feet couldn't figure out how to land or how to stand. It was like I was tripping, not even over anything, or my feet wasn't hitting the floor and they weren't tripping on each other. They just couldn't figure out how to move. It felt very like a robot. And like I was very conscious of how my arms were swinging versus my feet. And it was so, this is how humans move. This is how you're supposed to move. How do I get my arms to move at the right way that my legs are moving? Trying to figure out what that's normally autonomous. And your arms are swinging and you're walking. My phone is dead, so it's just unplugged into the wall.
And
Before I
the
take the
charger was
bus
bad.
to the hostel, my heart hurts.
Physically.
Like a lot. It feels like it's wounded
Physically.
or mending from a wound. But it hurts like there's something sharp inside of it. My face is really weird. I'm gonna have to film this whole thing now. This is the least authentic I've ever felt in my whole life. I feel like a stranger to my body. I am a stranger inside this body. Whew. Wasn't expecting that. I will charge the phone and then I will go on my way.
Okay, so there's me,
Vulvas are curvy.
basically
Now
losing
you-
all semblance of sanity. Well, not sanity, but as you can see that I'm having an extreme experience, and not having expected that this is what would happen when you visit somewhere of a past life that you have integrated for a lot of years. Now, with this being said, what I do on these trips is I do gridding, and if you are literally anywhere outside of the United States and you want to help me with this mission of gridding, please talk to me so I can teach you how to do this. Essentially, what I'm doing is I have been creating for the last 10 years an angelic grid above the earth in different places of power that can actually feed one another. So everything is interconnected. The same way the Egyptian pyramids are connected to certain other parts of the world, I'm connecting the world. And so this has been a very slow, ongoing process over the last few years. Okay. And I do teach this gridding technique. And the purpose is to elevate all of the emotions of the world so that way all of the denser emotions can be healed. You guys are commenting. Let's see. Hey, you're going to have to see the YouTube video that I had just posted. You volunteer. Wonderful. All right. So let's talk a little bit about what happens when I actually get to Delphi. So in Athens, some of you may have seen this clip.
And I am, look at that, swollen as fuck. Going to the pharmacy.
I was not happy that day. And this was very quick. Within 48 hours, my whole body swelled, and I was on a very heavy dose of antibiotics and topical creams to calm down the inflammation and the amount of swelling that the bed bugs had given me. Unlike the United States, in Athens, they don't really have regulations on bed bugs. So you get what you get over there. All right. So that's how my trip started the night that I got to Athens. As I made my way 3 hours away to Delphi, which is the place of Apollo, some beautiful things had happened. Now, one of the things that had happened on the first night I was there, Pythia was out and she was feeling beside herself.
I just saw a building with the Greek alphabet on it. It was like pulsating through my body. It was just the whole alphabet. Just the whole alphabet. That was it.
There was a building with an alphabet on it, and I couldn't see the building, but I could feel this pulsating hitting me from the top of the mountain. So I just kept climbing up because Delphi's like this. Okay, everything is like this, and Delphi is literally on the side of a mountain. And it hit me, and the letters hit me, and more tears came. This outfit that I took to Delphi, it was very intentional. Everything I wore to Greece was very intentional because I am a human altar. Okay, I have to really say that. A lot of times people think that my style is style. It isn't. This is literally how I give reverence to the old gods and to Pythia. So while I was out, she was feeling mischievous.
So, I don't know how to explain this. I do not feel like me at all. I feel like I'm a ghost. Mischievous, rule-breaking, naughty little ghost who knows she's not supposed to be outside, but she is in plain sight
Hey, what's up? What's the matter?
Or like somebody that's getting away with something. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting away with something right now.
So in that moment, when that evening when I came out and was wearing all black, if the Pythia had ever left the temple, she would be in hiding because she was so sought out that some of them were kidnapped or taken. She was a prize to bestow upon someone great like a king or ruler. So to own an oracle of your own, you were like, you were Beyonce pretty much, okay? So this is something you wanted. So she was feeling, which was insane. This was like the most insane feeling. It was like I was hiding in plain sight. Like I was wearing a mask, even though I was like this very well known person, but no one knew I was there. I was right in front of you, and you didn't even know that I was there. When I had walked to the temple of the Acropolis and to the temple of Nike, the interesting is that it's all made of marble. Everything going up is made of marble. So the 102-degree sun is cooking you from above and below because it's white. So you're getting evenly cooked. You can tell, evenly cooked. And what caught me was the sound. What caught her was the sound. As I was walking up, I heard her go, "What an unusual sound." And I said to her telepathically, "Those are sneakers. They have rubber underneath." They sounded like rubber duckies walking up the marble stairs. So in her time, she would have never heard that sound. So there was like little moments like this where it was something modern where it would seem so odd and it would be highlighted and she'd point it out. And then I would be like, oh, okay, something so normal. When things are normal, you don't really pay no mind to them, right? So it was like the sneakers would have made that sound. Now, it took me several days to get into the Temple of Apollo because the heat wave was so intense. And I was also there while Greece was on fire. I think you guys saw it on the news. If you didn't, I filmed a bunch of it and it was on my Instagram and blah, blah, blah. Greece was on fire while I was there and I was filming it. So I took me to the very second to the last day. I extended my stay a few extra days because I couldn't get into the Temple of Apollo. And so I finally did. I had to walk a pretty far distance to get up to his first Temple of Apollo. And when I had gotten there, as soon as I had gotten there, I heard, first of all, this is not allergy season for me. I wasn't sick. I didn't have a cough. I went to so many countries, didn't get sick for nothing because I intentionally said I refused to get sick during this trip and I shielded myself in every airport. Anyways, so when I get to the front of the temple, I hear a request for the Pythia. And the request was, we need your DNA. This is what happened. In the exact moment of when I heard, we need your DNA, this is what happened. In the same exact second, it was like a tickle right up my nostril, and I spit so far. You saw how far that ramp was? I spit so far, it actually landed over the ramp and entered into the temple itself. And I thought that was insanity. Man, we only have like 5 minutes left, and I have so much to share. So I'm going to give like a really fast breakdown. Or instead of me breaking it down, I could do a part 2 for next Wednesday. What do you guys think? Do I give you the Wikipedia version of the rest of the trip, or do you guys want the meat and the potatoes? And I'll give it to you Wednesday. Let me know in the comment section below because we literally have like 4 minutes left here on Divine Encounters today. So I thought that was insane. So now I'm going into my next thing. Okay. It's getting almost to be 8 o'clock now. And this is when the temple part 2. We want the synopsis and we want the meat and potatoes version. All right, so next week we'll come back. We'll start a second part 2 of Greece. That's so funny, vegetarian. But full meal sounds great. We'll do a little synopsis of Greece, and then next week we're going to start with Spain. Spain and the Temple of Amun. Oh my God, there's a whole backstory to that. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go ahead now, and it's almost 8. It's like 7:30. I'm just going to eat my little sandwich, and I'm going to put my crystals out. I take this particular crystal to every country I go to, and I collect information from it. With it, and I've taken this to so many countries. I collect information, then I can transfer it to whomever, wherever. But in this particular case, I was transferring it to my twin flame. And so anyways, I got kicked out. Then then there was a high priestess there who also got escorted out by security. And then later I meditated at the Pythia temple, drank from the waters, the sacred waters of inspiration, where I was inspired, and then witness a ceremony happening in progress right in front of me after a request that I had made. And I'm going to extend on that story next week here on Divine Encounters. So make sure you tune in to find out what happens to the high priestess, the security guard, how I get kicked out, the Pythia bathing waters, and the magically manifested Greek ceremony that happens directly in front of my eyes after a meditation. I will say I received an army. I'm getting so much energy right now. I received an energy army in every place, every country I visited, and I have the receipts. So I'm going to show you what those receipts look like when I've been manifesting armies to help me clear places, because I know I can't do it by myself, to show you guys how we are not alone in the missions that we are doing on this earth. Okay, so let's go ahead and close this up. Thank you guys so much for being here. Make sure you're tuning in Sunday night where I do all of your horoscopes. It is Labor Day weekend, but still come visit me, hang out, show me some love, share this feed, let other people be inspired, and recognize that there's more things out there supporting us than what meets the eye. That's what this show is about. It's to open a dialogue and the what ifs, okay? But in the real time, in the real world, from different walks of life, including my own. So let's close this episode with my final thoughts. Con mucho amor.
Do you or someone you know experience something supernatural that has left a positive impact on yourself or the lives of others? Want to share your story on our show? Please email Divine Encounters at e360tv.com, and together, let's create divine experiences. And now, the Oracle's final thoughts con mucho amor.
My final thoughts is that even though I have been talking about for the last 10 years that you're not alone, sometimes when I go to places, I do feel alone, especially in other countries when I'm doing so much gritting, because I walk 11 to 13 hours a day. And people will say, wow, you lost a lot of weight. Yes, because I walked 11 to 13 hours a day, and I eat one meal and I drink water the rest of the day, and I am praying, meditating, and clearing the entire time. There's nothing as impossible. There's nothing as a limit. There's nothing as too small, and there's no such thing as alone. And the quicker we recognize this, the quicker we manifest, and the quicker the doors to support are there and available for us to provide us with unconditional freedom, in which we all have. And it did not just show it to me in one country. It showed it to me in several. So hammer in the point home. You are not alone. Show the people out there that they are also not alone, and that we're doing this together, because we are on the rise and we are here raising the vibration collectively with everyone's help and support through love. Whew. Thank you all so much for being here. May you all go in love, light, and wisdom and encounter more. But above all else, know thyself, love thyself, and remember the divine always has your back. And if you're going to be in Huntington Valley today or want to go to open mic night with me right now, hit me up on Instagram, because I'm going to Huntington Valley. Ciao!
Everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life feels well most, just hold me. Just hold me.